dramatic and competitive regular season in the ACC, it all comes down to this: the conference championship game, a battle for the trophy that also carries serious college football playoff implications. Welcome to Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Rice Owls, taking on a playoff team from last year, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermster. Let's get this thing underway. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He's stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down play coming up. Single back takes the handoff. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. No huddle here for the offense.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
First down and 10 now. Bootleg looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Great catch and run for 6. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
And I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the wideout goes in motion. They're going to run it here. breaking tackles. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab by the receiver. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This offense shows its explosive ability. One huge play. They're set up just inside the red zone now. In the red area, it's Wilcox.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action to get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Owls.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Point after, not right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. We'll start at the 25. Here comes the New Mexico State offense on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Tackle, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Jukes the defender, gets brought down after a solid gain.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. It's a quarterback keeper. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the 1st down. Does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
First down and 10. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
2nd and 10 now from the 28 after the incompletion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Toss it to the back, running left.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. A fun conference championship battle in the early going. Deadlocked at the end of the 1st. Let's check out the stats real quick. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Just trying to get rid of it. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
So it sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. No Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in the conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Rice offense on the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Sets up a third down play. Grab behind the line. It's sticky. They stop it at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Now here he goes. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Direct snap to the back. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the point after is right down the middle. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Comes the Aggies offense back out there. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. And the defense come up with answers this time. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there, but throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Lindsay. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
Man, I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now a big decision coming up here on 4th.
So the drive stalls, and here comes the punting team. The returner is brought down. Gets a start on the next drive. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage.
Great patience here. Great execution by the entire offense. The quarterback kind of baits the defense towards him, drops it off to the back, and he's got a convoy in front of him for a nice first down.
Gonna run it. It's Wilcox. He's got the first and still going. They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to the 36. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense is ready for that one. Good job of being able to hold the edge to this defense, showing the speed that they needed to bring him down. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quick throw caught on the left side. Brought down, but broke the tackle. He's a solid game there.
And this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on the wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaks into the clear. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown. Owls. This offense cannot be stopped.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. using his legs here. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Grab behind the line, it's York. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's exactly what you love to see here in this 2-minute offense. You come up with a big play, and all of a sudden your mindset gets much more aggressive. You're not thinking just about 3 points. Maybe take some shots, get the ball into the end zone.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. There's the handoff. First down and more. He's still running. That's good for first down yardage. Set up at the 26 now. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. On the move now. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's 3rd down coming up.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And it's caught across the middle. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play in that completion. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
That's how you close a half off in this offense, leaning on the run game to get into the end zone and setting yourself up to go into half all tied up. What a game we have here.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Passes the 40. Who's in the clear? Inside the 40. Past the 20. At the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Rice. Simple throw. All the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you say, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And the extra point makes it a 7-point lead, 28-21. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rice offense is out there again. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the third quarter. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it second and medium. A quick throw out left, complete. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter, where the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Here's the toss play now, running to the right. And he will be stuffed for a no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's got it again. The pickup is 6 yards, so third down and 4 now.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Caught behind the line. It's Dickey. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously you're going to throw the football on third down. But, man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
He fakes it. Now looks to throw. And the pass is caught up the fake, but can he get there?
Wow, how about that one, Chris? I really thought the up man was going to take off and run, but instead he throws it and fools everybody.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Here comes the New Mexico State offense on the field now. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Handoff here from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Quickly behind the 6 here after the loss. Second down and 11. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Finds his man. It's Lindsey. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
An important third down play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's the 45. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive. You can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pass is caught. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
One thing I love about this back, is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looks like QB is changing the play at the line. Toss play to the outside. Gets some space around the 30. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him.
Touchdown, Aggies. They connect for 6.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he's so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The Owls offense back out there. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Handoff from the shotgun. That's the spin move. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
He's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a 3rd down.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. It's nice execution to pick up the 1st down. A little curl rod, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that 1st down. Boy, shout out to this defense. What a play. Great job of getting penetration. Hey, they're backed up near their goal line. Does not prevent them from sniffing out that trickery of the jet sweep. Good job of picking that one up.
Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And a throw for it on 3rd and goal. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And that one's straight down the middle. And they've regained the lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Time for one more play here in the quarter. The shotgun handoff here. Nowhere to go in this one. That's the end of 3, the final quarter coming up. And Rice has the lead here, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's intercepted. Trying to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Here comes the Rice offense on the field now. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Deep shot toward the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
But one of the few times this receiver is unable to come up with a big play. This guy has over 100 yards receiving. I would just keep trying to find ways to line him up and create mismatch opportunities.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They go with a direct snap. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense back out there. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. First down here for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Ball away quickly, but nobody in the area, and the official is going to call intentional grounding here. What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Grinding away on the ground. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game. You got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line. Run that running back. Make sure he protects the football. And you got a great chance at a victory.
The RPO caught to the right. Touchdown, Owls. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, it's a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver, but I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense might have prevented that from being a touchdown.
He's looking to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the New Mexico State offense on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Tries the right with a quick throw, and it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lindsey. Right down him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. The pass rush closing in. Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. We'll see if the defense brings some heat here. Looking for a receiver. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Defense stops him short of the markers, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's a good job of this offense to at least get some positive yards. They kind of put themselves in a tough spot getting behind the sticks. But now, after that big gain, let's see what happens.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He escapes the pocket. Breaks free. Now here he goes. He reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down after a short gain there. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. This will be fun. Strange things happen when the conference championship trophy is on the line. 1-possession game, 4th quarter. Who's going to step up?
So here's the deal. Your defense just gave up a touchdown. Now all of a sudden we got a game. What will your offense do to be able to secure a victory? You want to win a championship? Go out and earn it.
Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with review. And he knocks through the PAT. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, and it's incomplete. A chance at a much-needed takeaway there. Now it's 2nd down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
He breaks through. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Working clock with the ground game. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So 2nd and short here, exactly what you want when you're trying to run the clock out and secure the victory. They'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? They'll run it here. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Just keep churning these yards out, playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but keep eating that clock.
Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here comes a handoff. Passes past the defender. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
Chris, this is a huge touchdown late in this game to make this a 2-possession game. With under a minute to go, I think it's safe to say they can secure victory here.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch is made down the middle. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, but that's just going to be too little, too late.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. Direct snap. He's not going to get there. The two-point try fails. They can't cut into this deficit any further. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. The hand seen able to corral that one, and that should just about do it. The offense can kneel down and wrap up the victory. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.